Saturdays are really weird because you know you don't have to do homework, but you also know that you should do homework. So there's like this tension. What do I do with my time? You have to do the hand motion. It shows your indecisiveness. Anywho, Sophie just did a video and I want to do a video because I miss Sophie and I haven't been able to Skype with her because I only have Skype on my phone and my phone is in a constant state of dying. I swear, you guys know how it is. I never charge that sucker, mostly because I'm really lazy. So my phone is always dying and I never have time to Skype. Anyway, there are like 2 or 3 things I want to talk about. The first one is this. This is my, there we go. Beat the hell out of Voldemort t-shirt. BTHO. Voldemort. And it's one of the reasons why my school is better than yours, because we have a Beat the Hell Out of Voldemort t-shirt. BTHO is a thing that the Aggies say, like Beat the Hell Out of TU, or BTHO TU. So, yay. That was order number 1 of business, and it was kind of random and weird. Order number 2. Sophie was talking about wanting to have a conversation over YouTube, and I actually kind of have something that I want to talk about, I guess, and that is what is the meaning of home. And the reason I want to talk about this is because in my English 228 class we were reading a lot of Robert Frost poetry, and Robert Frost was a poet from the Northeast, and I don't think I'm pointing in the direction of the Northeast, and the reason I know I'm not is because I'm pointing up, and that's where the sky is, so, that was really pointless and weird. Anyway, he was from the Northeast, so he wrote a lot of poetry about New Hampshire, and writing about New Hampshire, he kind of wrote a lot about cold weather, and so my prof is, I think I already mentioned, he's pretty young, he's really cool, and he grew up in New York. So when we started reading about the cold weather, he would stop every once in a while and be like, so you guys know what it's like when you go out in the snow and you close your eyes and you just listen, and we're all like, no, because it's kind of a secret, but it doesn't snow in Texas. Anyway, so he was like, oh yeah, you guys don't know anything about the cold weather, so he started to talk to us about his childhood growing up in New York, and kind of trying to give us a feel of what it's like living up in the Northeast. And he was talking about walking through apple orchards and how when it would snow it would completely change the way that he saw the world around him. It was just this blanket that made everything look white, you know? And no really, Nutty Ann, snow is white? Yes, other Nutty Ann, snow is white. I just stated the obvious, and I felt like I needed to point out that I stated the obvious. Anyway, and it got me to thinking that one day I would really like to go live up north. Robert Frost, his poetry is just, it's really powerful and it's really beautiful. And it got me to thinking, you know, I'd really like to go somewhere like that. But then at the same time, I really love Texas. Like, it means the world to me. Like, my heart is in Texas. And it got me thinking that the place that people always love the most out of any other place in the world is where they grew up. You know, their home as a child. And that's really just sentimental reasons, you know? Even if you grew up in a place that's poor and ugly and, I don't know, smells bad, you're probably always going to love it more than any place ever because that's where you grew up and that's where your childhood memories are, and this viewing glass of nostalgia makes it seem like wherever it was, you know, that you grew up is perfect and wonderful. So I wanted to hear a little bit about what your life was like growing up and why you love your childhood home very muchly. And I think I might do my next video talking about Indonesia, because that's actually where I grew up, even though I love Texas. Anyway, that was a really weird video, and I kind of regret it. But look, my hair is a little bit redder than normal because I had to dye it red because my mom was coming up to visit me and I didn't want her to see the blue. And also my mom and I went and saw Footloose, and it was really good, and you should go see it. But the thing about Footloose is afterwards there was like this tension in my body of wanting to dance and then realizing that I can't dance. So, yeah, go see Footloose and dance badly like I did. I love you guys. But not more than I love my mother. That was weird. I'm gonna hide my face in shame because that was weird.